Good morning, everyone.
Yes, so we can do that from tomorrow.
I think I know or recognize most people in the room, but those that don't, Dean Hendrix, I'm Dean of the Libraries here, and I'm pleased that you guys are here to talk about open education. And just philosophically where the libraries are going in the next 5 years is we will be pursuing what I'm calling the open agenda and moving slowly. This is a cultural change, not necessarily just a mechanical one. So we'll be moving slowly, educating people along the way, but the open agenda is not just open education, it's also open data, it's also open access, so open access articles. And I think we're starting to see the benefits of the net neutrality notwithstanding, the openness of the internet kind of maturing in the scholarly realm. So this is a part of a larger strategy of a lot of libraries in the UT system. So thank you for at least listening. If I don't know if you're supporters or not today, we'll hopefully we'll at least pique your interest in kind of the open agenda, and there'll be other things we'll be doing as the semesters progress with open data and open access as well. But open education has been incredibly successful really quickly. And just for most of you guys, just so we all understand what open means, open education means, because it does have a very specific definition. It's no cost. It's an open license. That means you are allowed to retain it, revise it, remix it, redistribute it. There are no limitations beyond citing, the Creative Commons, using Creative Commons licenses and other copyright licenses to allow you to really customize your courses and customize your offerings to your students. At the same time, the no cost is probably what we all get caught up on. It has the potential, and the numbers get goofy in a hurry if you're comparing versus new lists, which we all know that students don't buy new textbooks very much. They're usually used or rented or shared. However, with an OER, they have the textbook right from the start, so there's no lag. They'll have their materials, and then they'll have their materials, I guess on the internet age, forever, which they always say forever in the internet age is 20 years. So forever, they'll have access to this material. Anyway, like I said, the open is more of a cultural shift. So this is kind of why we have these faculty get-togethers to kind of maybe preach the word of this and see if it's the right fit for you. I want everyone to be perfectly clear, because I've talked about this over the last year at various conferences. This is not an infringement on academic freedom at all. You are still free to choose whatever. We are just showing you another competitor in the market space, which happens to be free. It happens to be customizable. It happens to have a lot of advantages. So again, you need to decide what is the best for you and your students and their learning outcomes. Just a little bit about beyond this. We obviously now we're going on our third round of faculty grants. Started when my predecessor, Mary Dixon, started the very first one, which was wonderful. I had worked on several open projects in my previous job in SUNY, including being the co-PI on SUNY Open textbooks. So this was a very natural fit for me when I came in here. The infrastructure was already laid. We had people like Deanne and Mary that were already doing the groundwork, getting this up and running. Some of the things that we're adding on top of that, because it's a cultural shift in the academy, there's a lot of public relations that are going on, and I know that sounds, but we are working with the SGA to crowdfund some of these and to educate the next group of student politicians on ways they can make real tangible differences for their constituents, the students. We have advocated, and when I say we, I mean the directors at the UT system libraries have been up to Austin to advocate on behalf of open education resource, and we had a bill passed. I don't know if you're familiar, SB 810 was passed this last year, and bipartisan support, as I say. You had, Republicans in this polarized age, you had Republicans and Democrats hugging each other, saying they're going to co-sponsor the same bill. It is a win on the political level as long as you get your message to the right people. As a result, the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board has established rules for their new statewide granting program, though I'm going to say our granting program has a lower barrier and gives more money. So you're in the right spot. But this is good for the statewide, and then they're investigating, and I've been talking, as well as some of my colleagues, I've been talking about the best way of, if Texas were to do an open education repository, how that would look. And we're really looking at how courses transfer across, like a course at intro biology course at Texas A&M, how that transfers to Texas Tech, how that transfers to UTSA, and then having recommendations from those faculty to use it. That's one of the suggestions that the librarians from the UT system are throwing out there as kind of giving a different flavor to a repository, a more peer recommendation repository. So having that is crucial in our estimation. The last thing is we'll be meeting with Chancellor McRaven, so I'll be making a presentation with my colleague at UT Austin and UT Arlington for the Chancellor on open education. So this won't stop. I just want you guys to know that this is not something that we do and say, hey, now we're done and we did the pilot and now it never sees the light of day. This is operationalized. This is a part in the library's budget. It's no longer a one-time funding. This is in our regular operations budget. We will be doing this work in open education. And a part of that, I'm really proud to say, we just got a promotion reclass for Deanne Ivy, which a lot of you have worked with. She's now our open education coordinator, along with her responsibilities as scholar resource librarian, because of the really great work that she's done in this, and she's becoming an expert. And I look forward to many years working with Deanne on this, because I know she's just as passionate as I am about this. So I won't take up any more of your time. I'll let Deanne get to the program. Thank you, Deanne.
Thank you so much.